They learners and students from different school, we thank you for opportunity to share with you about financial stewardship seminar series. In other words, ito po ay designed to our contact from Christ Compassion Fellowship. Ito po ay designated to the former or present classmate of Kuya John Ray and Kuya Tim Tim, as well as to our daughter Chaira Sayon. So this is for your financial stewardship seminar. In other words, kapag ikaw ay nakatapos ng 5 lessons, you will be receiving certificate of participation. In other words, you can use it when you applying a job or anything na pwede mong ilagay sa iyong resume. So, let us continue. Our topic is about benefit of financial stewardship. It is a big help to understand in terms of finances as well as stewardship. One, ito yung gets you out of debt. Maraming makalaya ka. I'm debt free. Yan ang pinaka priority rin natin sa araw na ito. Gets you out of stress. In fact, napaka stressful talaga pagdating sa finances o sa pera. Gets you out of bondage. Ito yung pagkaalipin sa pagkakautang, sa na ito talaga yung dahilan kaya gusto nating makalaya kayo at makawala sa bondage. Lastly, gets you financial freedom. Ulitin ko, learners and student, it is not guaranteed na magkaroon ka ng financial freedom. It depends upon your application. Kahit na nalaman mo ito lahat, nakatanggap mo information, different naman ang application mo, mahirap yan. By the way, 5 stages of financial stewardship yung isi-share ko sa inyo. It is a proven and tested formula na. Number 1, learning. You need to learn about finances or pera. Second one o pangalawa, earnings. Dapat alam mo na ikaw ay may pinagkakakitaan kahit estudyante ka pa lang o nag-aaral. Third or pangatlo, savings. As a student, as a learner, dapat merong kang savings for emergency purposes. So we will discuss it after this financial stewardship na ito. Fourth is budgeting. Mahalaga maintindihan natin how to budget. Ito yung tumatalakay sa income and expenses. So dapat alam niyo ito. So ito pang huli, investing. So nakita natin na napakahalaga na maunawaan first and foremost to understand. Ito yung learning at depende na lang kung paano mo ito i-apply. So let us start. Ang CCF Kamakop Church Planting does not intend to give job for people but intend to help support business by giving dagdag puhunan in the future through Olivera Cares. So pray for us, pray with us that financial assistance will be able in the future by the grace of God and provision sa Olivera Cares and Helps Philippines. Okay, the first topic natin ay Financial Stewardship 101 is cash flow. So pag-aaralan natin dito paano mag-cash flow. Ito yung pumapasok at lumalabas na pera. May tanong dito, bakit kaya sila mahirap? Introduction muna natin para mahigit natin maintindihan. Kumuha kayo ng papel, isulat ang mga dahilan bakit mayroong mahirap. Pero dito hindi na kailangan. Kita natin, una magastos, maluho, may katamaran, poor ethics, mabisyo, mahilig mangutang, pinanganak na mahirap, kulang sa edukasyon o cultural traits. Ano yung cultural na ito? Ito yung merong away doon sa lugar ng mga tribo na hindi nagkakasundo. So ito yung mga sample na bakit mahirap ang bawat pamilya o sino man. So mahalaga maunawaan natin ito. Meron din another na tanong, bakit kaya sila mayaman? Yan ay mga bahagi na dapat natin pag-aralan. Maybe masipag sila. Mayaman ang mga magulang at nanalo sa loto. I'm not encouraging you na tumaya sa loto, but yan ang mga perspective natin. May negosyo. By the way, napakahirap itong i-apply sa bawat pamilya. Dahil karamihan sa atin ay nagtatrabaho. At nakadepende ang ating income sa sweldo lamang. Yan ang dahilan kaya merong mayaman, merong mahirap. May mga dahilan, yung iba kumukuha para magkaroon ng puhunan ay sa self-financing. Sila mismo nagpipinance doon sa kanilang maliit na negosyo o hanap buhay. O through loans, nanghihiram sa bangko o sa mga microfinance, So, yun yung mga dahilan bakit sila may puhunan. But ito ang truth. People are poor because they do not invest. Walang investment ang karamihan mahirap eh. Parang isang kahig, isang tuwa talaga sila. At ito po yung mga statement, they invest, some of them nag-invest too little or does not invest at all. O they have too little to invest. Napakaliit. And because there is a little investment, there is a little profit. Maliit ang investment, maliit din ang kita. Di ba? We will discuss about what is assets and liabilities. Meron diyang column about car, house, food, apartment being rented out, notes and bonds, cellphone, TV appliances, taxes, land, and clothes. I-discuss ninyo sa inyong sarili alin kaya dito ang asset and liabilities. To understand what is asset according to our PowerPoint is anything that gives you income. And this is cash flow pattern of an asset. Yung income mo magiging asset, ito yung nagdadala ng pera. In Tagalog, ito ang pera ay papasok sa iyo. Yan yung asset. While liability is it is anything that causes you to spend. Ito yung ginagastos mo. So this is the cash flow pattern of liability. May income ka, pero ang nangyari, naging expenses siya. So naging liabilities. Kasi lahat ng income mo, ginastos na yung pera. Ang tawag yan, ang pera ay palabas. So, ang tawag yan ay liabilities. Okay, determine which is the following is an asset or liability. So, isasubmit nyo ito through the messenger dito sa FB page natin ng Christ Compassion Fellowship para ma-identify namin that you will be receiving certificate of participation. Una, car. Yan ba ay asset or liability? Television, food, a piece of land, an apartment being rented out, cellphone, bahay nyo, taxes, clothes, or tricycle. Yan ba alin diyan ang asset and liability? Let's come to 4 classes of finances o financial status. Una, bad debts. Paano nalalaman bad debts yan? May income ka, maliit yung income mo, tapos malaki yung expenses mo, tapos wala ka pang asset, puro liabilities. So, ang tawag yan, bad debt. And the best example of bad debt is ito. Kaunti ang pasok ng pera, pero madami ang gastos o ang gumagastos. Parang sa isang pamilya, 5 kayo na kumakain, isa lamang ang nagtatrabaho, yan, lalabas yan yung bad debts. Walang nagtatrabaho, isa lang. Pangalawa, hindi lang ang bad debt, poor. So, sino-sino sila? Alamin natin. Sila yung maliit ang income, maliit din ang expenses, maliit din ang asset, maliit din ang liabilities. So, sila yung mga poor. So, tinatawag natin levels of financial o economic condition ng mahirap. So, pangatlo ay middle class. Before to continue, na-correct nyo ba yung sarili nyo? Na-imagine nyo, nasan kayo sa status ng financial na ito? Bad debt ba kayo as a family, poor family, or middle class? So, pag-aralan natin. I hope na nakapili na kayo kung saan kayo part ng financial. So, ngayon, na middle class, may income, may expenses din, pero ang asset bagsak din. So, bagsak din yung asset niya. Pero yung liabilities, ganun din kataas yung liabilities niya. Taas ng 4 classes of financial status ay rich. So, nakita natin yung bad debts, poor, middle class, and rich people. So, ang level of financial economic condition ng rich ay mataas ang income, maliit ang expenses, maliit ang liabilities, at laki o doble o triple ang asset. Ito ang challenge. Itong big question. Why the middle class struggle? Una, may income sila. Okay naman yung income nila. Okay din naman yung ninanais nila income. Pero nagiging liabilities sila every month. At paano naging liabilities? Nagiging expenses ang kanilang income. Ang challenge. Why the rich get richer? Una, yung income nila sobrang laki. At yung expenses nila sobrang liit. At ang liabilities nila sobrang liit. Pero ang kanilang income na duplicate o na triple sa kanilang asset. Para higit nating maunawaan, there are 4 kinds of income. Earned income, ito yung salary, 8 to 5 to. Pero ang karamihan sa atin, wala nitong tatlo. Portfolio income, ito yung interest na ang pera nila kumikita ng interest. Ito yung another, active income. Some of them walang salary pero may sales. So, yun din ang kailangan natin. And lastly, ito yung passive income. Ito yung meron kang motorsiklo o tricycle o whatever, meron tong boundary na pinagkakitaan. And most of us, limited to one income lamang. To understand, yung working student, a working person, meron trabaho siya. May earn income siya, salary. Sana meron din siyang kasunod na tinatawag na portfolio income. Ito naman yung time deposit. Importante na may time deposit siya para may interest. Pangalawa, ito yung active income. Ito yung sale. Meron kang buy and sell. So, dapat nagkakaroon ka ng income na sales. And lastly, passive income. Ito yung boundary. Kung may tricycle ka, may motorsiklo ka, may kotse ka, may car ka, ito yung tinatawag na boundary. At dahil ito naman yung financial strategies. Manage your liabilities economically. For example, may electric fan, merong washing machine o ano man yung mga electricity na ginagamit mo at yung ilaw. So, sabi niya, manage your liability economically. Ibig sabihin, i-turn off mo yung ilaw na hindi ginagamit, turn off yung electric fan at i-turn off yung mga bagay na nagiging liabilities. Yan. Ito, another financial strategy, manage your productivity. Ito yung alam mong may pakinabang. Halimbawa, meron kayong naibebenta sa refrigerator nyo na ice candy, ice water, o whatever. Yun ang tawag yan. Manage your asset productivity. So, manage your asset productively. And then, ito yung credit na mahirap natin. This is the wrong way of managing your credit. Una, yes, may earn ka. Ito, halimbawa, nanghiram ka, nag-loan ka, naging liability siya dahil may earn niyang interest at ang masakit, naubos lang sa interest. So, ang challenge dito ay pag-aralan ang daloy ng pera. Sabi nga, ang nagpapagkatiwalaan sa maliit ay pinagkakatiwalaan sa malaki. Ito ang challenge, learner, student. Saan talata ng Biblia ito matatagpuan? Please submit your answer. Okay, this is the right way of managing your credit. Mahalaga, maintindihan nyo kapag kayo nang hiram ng puhunan, loan, dapat, yes, magiging liabilities to, pero papasok to sa asset at magbibigay ng income at may pambayad sa interest. Congratulations learners and student. Natapos mo na yung first lesson. You have 3 or 4 lesson pa, so that once you finish this video clip, video presentation at napag-aralan mo, you will be receiving certificate of participation that can be used sa plano mong magkaroon ng trabaho. Mahalaga ito kasi pwede ito ilagay sa resume with seal. Thank you and see you next time sa second lesson.